darlings, it's Bella and welcome to Beauty on a Budget. And I wanted to talk to you today about eyebrows. Now, any of you that have been with me for a while know that I've always struggled with my eyebrows. It's something that I never quite get right, and I've practiced so many times and I've bought so many different types of products, and there are different products. I mean, I guess I get it now that it's okay, you know, I'm quite happy with it, but I definitely haven't perfected my eyebrows. But I just wanted to share with you the things I use and what you feel is best and easiest, and also a little bit of advice what you think is best on me. So we'll go through. There's 4 things that I've got, different things that you can use for your eyebrows. I've got my makeup on, but I purposely haven't put my eyebrows on. But I'm just going to clip my hair back so you can see a little bit better. Just clip my hair back there. Now, if you can see, let me come up a bit closer. And I've often spoke to you about this. I'll get my brush. You can see that my eyebrows are dark, still quite dark, and I've still got quite a bit of eyebrow here. So if I brush that up, that's my own eyebrows. I've still got quite a bit there, and it's darker. It's much darker than what my hair is. Very, very grey under this blonde. It's very grey. So what I really need to do is something to sort of even that out, but give me a tail. I've got no tail at all, and it's due to what a lot of us did in the 80s and just overplucked that part of our eyebrow. And like my eyebrows, they've come back a little bit. I mean, I've got a little bit. If I go up close, you can see. But nothing much. So let's see what I use and the different things that I find helpful for me. So the first thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on one eye, and then just show you against the eye that's got nothing on. And I'll do that as I go through, and then I'll do the one that I think suits me the best at the end, or let's take it from there. So this is an eyebrow pencil. It's a retractable one because I don't like all the... If I can get anything retractable, lip brushes, any liner brushes, anything that's retractable, I do. Save the sharpening. It's a retractable one, and this is an Avon one. It's light brown, and it's the Avon True Colour liners, glimmer sticks they're called, aren't they, the Avon ones? This is a liner stick. So just put it up a little bit. Let's get a little bit closer, and I feel that bit in there. Not too much. Come up to there, and then what I don't want to do, which I could do, you know, when I was younger, is arch it more. So we want to come right up to the arch, and the arch should be about there. And if we come up to there, instead of actually taking that as a curve round, I take it more along, because as with everything else, we want to keep everything sort of up and not, we don't need anything else coming down. I certainly don't. So take it to there, and then I take that along to there. Little strokes. And I take that along. That out, and then I get my brush. This is also, I think this is an Avon brush, but I really like it's got ends one end for the brow and pomade or anything like that, and it's got the other end spoolie. So if I'm doing this, because this is brown, I don't put anything else on with it. I find this pencil stays, so I don't really need anything to hold it. And also, the reason I use the light brown in this is it's quite difficult, because blonde is different in there. It's like different colour beiges in different companies do it's a different shade, isn't it? So light brown in this is like the blonde in some others. But it's okay, I quite like this one. So for me that would be fine enough. Very little effort, not much to do at all. And I like it. I don't mind a very defined brow. Now you can put over the top of this, and I do often, if it's sort of particularly more winter weather, when you know you're gonna, although you can sweat, but I don't sweat a lot to lose my brows really. I don't really do that. But in the winter, you know, when your face gets cold and it rains against it and everything, you maybe want to set it a little bit more. So if this is blonde, and this is Rimmels, and this is Brow This Way mascara, brow mascara. So if you wanted to, you can just put that over the top. Your hair's coming up. Should have put my roller in, guys. Take it down to there. Just defines it a bit more. And because it's a different colour, it can help it look more natural, because the hair has got different tones in it, hasn't it? It's light and dark tones in our hair, as with our eyebrows. So always brush after, I always brush. So that's quite nice. I'll just go back with the thing here, and I need to fill that little bit in a bit more. Let's see it, guys. Let's have a look in my mirror. So yeah, I quite like that one. That's quite nice. So we'll show you against the other eye. So that's the one with the pencil and the brow mascara. And this is where I've got hairs missing, you can see. So it's not too bad. Let's try the next thing. I won't be a minute. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to try for you is a brow pomade. And I've wiped a bit of my shadow off. Can you see it's going a bit high that side? I have to correct that. I've just used baby wipes and just a little bit of setting powder, and, you know, tidied my area up. This is a brow pomade. This one is by Freedom, which is a Revolution product. But Revolution do this themselves as well. And this one is blonde. My chair's got the squeaks. Can you hear it, guys? So I put it on so that it's absolutely flat. So tap either side. And then come round to there. And again. What I like about pomade, one of the things I like about pomade, if you have got some hair there, it will coat the hair to thicken the hair. A pencil won't do that, at least the ones that I've used never have. But this is actually coating my own hair. So across, it's more or less straight. So let's see in the mirror there. So you've got the shape there in the brush if you wanted to get more of a corner. And then the brush again. So that's the pomade, guys. That's what it's like with nothing on. And that's with the pomade. Okay, let's try the final thing. So the final thing I wanted to share with you guys is a brow powder. Now this is a lovely palette. This is Profusion. It's Brows in a Tin. I'm not sure if they do this in different colours. I think it's just one colour, you know, basics. And it sort of goes from fair to light. and you've got the different colour powders, and you've got a wax if you wanted to put wax on first, and you've also got a little highlight colour there to tidy up under your brow. So I quite like this palette. So what we're going to do, you can put the wax on. I've done it with the wax before, but when I use this, I use the fairest one. I don't use the eye wax. Not all. I have done, but not always. But I get my brush and I spray it with a little bit of setting mist. And this is Mist and Fix, and it's a setting spray by Barry M. It's a dewy one because I don't like matte setting sprays on me. So it's a flawless Mist and Fix, but you can use any setting spray. And I spray my brush. So I've got to spray my brush on there. And then I go in, I use this fairest one here. And I make up at either side like this. So I've got plenty on. And then we're back again to drawing the line. Trying to look as well. I should put my mirror closer, guys. I could have. It's that professional, isn't it? So I've got my mirror here. That's gone a little bit too thick. Never mind. It's much easier when I'm in the mirror up close like this, trying to see my way. So I feel I've come down a little bit too far with that. But it's a good idea because it does show you that coming down too far just droops your eye. Now, I like this. I like this. I like the brow powder. It's nice. But it does take more work because you've got to keep going over until you feel you've got it right. Even this one is a little bit too dark for me. The powder can spread about a little bit, so you've got to keep brushing. But the end effect is very nice. And it looks very much like hairs. But you see, you've got to keep looking and getting over those sparse bits. Like this. Just getting over those sparse. But if you have a look up close, it's probably the most like hair. I need to work on this a little bit more. Can you see that, guys? Just a little bit here. So it does take longer. It's nice. It's nice when it's, you know, when you've got it done properly. But I'd still have to work even longer because I need to even this part up. So although I like it, although it does really look like hair, I find you have to work at it just a little bit longer. And sometimes we don't have the time to do that, do we? But I do like the fact it is the most like hair, I would say. It's not really a great colour for me. It's a little bit ashy brown for a blonde. But that's just a colour choice. That's not, you know, nothing to say about being about brow palette or brow powder. So that's that side. And that's without. So you can see the difference in what it's doing. I think personally, the winner, this time I've done it, I'll probably think different next time. But I think the winner's the pomade. So I'm going to do both my eyes with the pomade now, and I'll be back. So that's it, guys. I've got both sides done now with the pomade, and I put a little bit of a matte powder just to tidy. I put it on a little tiny brush and I just tidy so that bottom edge is nice, and just a sort of a creamy neutral, wet was creme brulee, that type of colour, and just really up close to the lashes, the brows. So as I said, it's always been a pain to me, my eyebrows. I can never make my mind up what I like. There's pros and cons with all of it. The brow powder takes a long time. It's more tricky for me. It is more tricky, and it was harder to do on camera because obviously it's something that I normally work really close with my magnifying mirror and, you know, do it up really close. So it's good, but it takes time. We haven't always got the time, have we? The pencil's very nice. They're not always long lasting. Some of them are. Some of them need defining a little bit more with a filling kind of mascara, which I showed you today, the Rimmel one. The pomade gives the nicest effect. For me, it gives the nicest effect, but it dries out really quickly. Now, I've had this one probably the longest I've ever had a pomade, and it's still very workable. But normally pomades, I've had a lot of pomades, and they just dry up. If you don't use them up within 6 weeks, they're finished. So that is a disadvantage. It's one of those things that just seems to dry in the jar. But you can find one that doesn't, and this, the Freedom one, doesn't. I'm going to try the Revolution one. I've never tried the actual Revolution one, and I think Revolution Pro may have one out, which I'd love to try. But if you can find one that doesn't dry, probably that's the best for every day. If you only could have one thing, that's probably the best every day. Like I said, powders are nice, and they do give a nice sort of effect with hairs because they cling onto the hairs as well. But it's for me, I haven't got the time every day to work that. So for now, I'm going to stick with the pomade. Do you agree with me? I did show you. Did you think one of the others looked better? I'm no expert with eyebrows. However much I try, however many years I've been wearing makeup, I am no expert with brows. I still can't get to the bottom of them. Okay, guys, thanks for being with me here today, and I'll see you in my next video really soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye now, darlings. Bye.